Wake up with us, it's time to rise and shine. Morning mayhem's on the air, we're feeling fine. We got a Marco, Tolman, and Mama Manning too. Bringing you the latest, there's nothing we can't do. Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to April 21st. Welcome back. It's our first time back. I thought maybe we should have done something like put on the greatest hits or something like that last week. I don't know if we have greatest hits. Do we just have hits that are great, or do we even have any shows worthy of repeating? I'm sure there are some
Every
shows.
show is worthy.
Every
Yeah, that's what I
show
was
is
thinking.
worthy of repeating. Welcome to the week back. It is a Monday. It is a B day as well. A lot has been going on. Some interesting news that has just broke last night. So I'm sure you might have that in the news report today. And it's very springy. Very spring. We were talking about the sounds of spring that we
Yes.
hear, the birds, the sniffling, everything that's been going on. A lot of
Do you have a
pollen yesterday.
soundtrack you're gonna play?
Well, that's
Yeah.
me snoring. So yeah, which I've been working on. I think
Yeah, you improved it.
I have gotten much quieter. But you know what? That's for a different show. Let's talk about new things, new beginnings. A lot going on today. Today's birthday, 1926, Queen Elizabeth II was
Ooh.
born. And as I was researching this, I found out that she has two birthdays, really.
Mhm.
She had the ceremonial birthday, but today is actually her birthday, the day of her certified birth. So we do have a birth, and we do have the flip side of that as well.
Yes, we do.
So the week has sprung. Today, the Game Boy was originally released in Japan. It had a green screen, and the first game, do you know the first game that was on there that people got addicted to? They've made movies out of it. There's
Pong.
No, good guess though. I think that was ColecoVision that came out with that
was
first.
ColecoVision.
The first game that was on the Game Boy.
I'm going Mario.
Spinning blocks. Anyone? Anyway?
What movies were based on spinning blocks?
There was a movie on how it got made, and then there was another movie in Pixels. I think it was part
Oh,
of
he
it.
called you out.
Yeah, I guess the movie's been
Yeah.
made about this. Like,
Tetris. You spin the blocks
Yeah,
and
yeah,
line
yeah.
them all up. Yeah, but that was the first game that was on there, and it was said to have addicted people.
So the answer was Tetris.
The answer was
I was going
Tetris.
to say that, but I just thought it was much younger.
There's just something about that game. You can
Oh, I
play it a
love
lot.
It's
Yeah.
Very addictive.
it's no Minesweeper.
Oh, Minesweeper. And that is for our older audience, for those of you who know, for the early Windows computers. Everybody else has no idea what we're talking about there. And today's International Day is World Creativity and Innovation Day, a celebration of human ingenuity in all forms. Robots, writing poetry, perhaps, fashioning a government. I don't, however you want to go about doing it. Whatever you're going to do today is innovate whatever you're working on.
Using AI.
Yeah, have AI do it for you. I remember last week we had the beach vacation or mountain pole. Guess what? Beach vacation blew it away, 59-19. So I wonder how many people went on a beach vacation last week. It was a little colder. It was a little cold,
A lot of snow.
and a lot of snow. And I believe this week is going to be very warm. More than just tepid, it's going to be warm. Today it's going to be moderate, and then I think it's supposed to amp up. So spring sports really coming to its own. This week, the pom-pom poll of the week is McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. McDonald's or Chick-fil-A? Ooh, right. I don't even see those comparisons. McDonald's all day. McDonald's. I'm McDonald's all day. I am. That's where I go all the time. But I do enjoy Chick-fil-A. I'm not gonna lie. But if you had to say which one do I prefer, go to more often, McDonald's. That's all I got.
That's
No.
a hard one. It's
Still
a hard
thinking?
one.
Neither.
Saving my voice.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A is more of a experience.
That's a night out.
Yeah. The classier
Yeah.
of the two places. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
McDonald's, you're just driving by, grabbing something
Yeah.
to eat. Chick-fil-A, you're going out for a date.
you have to plan to go to Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
This is-
Try to avoid the crowds.
I've
Mhm.
never been.
You've
Whoa,
never been?
whoa,
Never been.
whoa,
Where is there
whoa.
one nearby? I don't even
Whoa.
know.
Southington,
North
North
Haven.
Haven. Oh my God.
Wow. Oh, we gotta have to change that.
you have to get just the classic chicken sandwich. Oh my god.
I don't know how to react to this.
I'm torn.
Well, thanks for stopping by. That's the show. Hey, seniors, guess what's tomorrow? Presentation Day, April 22nd. Let's see how many people don't have it. EMT certification program. Their space is limited. Make sure you're signing up for that as soon as you possibly can. The Best Buddies Prom, the Enchanted Garden, is April 26th. That's this weekend. $5 a ticket, and you can get those during a lunch wave. And we did have the pep rally. How'd that go?
It was awesome.
All right, good. Dick got that from a good source right there. And look who was interviewed on the radio. Can you tell us about that?
Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah, what was going on there?
So Brian Shackman is he was formerly with NBC, but he's now with CBS
Okay.
local news. And he has this program that he puts together for the radio show. He stands opposite a map of Connecticut, throws a dart, and wherever it lands,
I remember you saying
he
that.
shows up to that spot. So he hit Beacon Falls and organized with Mr. Ogren to meet with a couple people. And they chose 2 softball players, Coach Luddy, the loudest fan, me,
There you go.
and Mr. Ogren. We threw him into the mix.
And now it looks like it was the Beacon Falls Fire Department.
That's where the interview was, literally in the fire department. And we had a really good time.
Was it live?
It was. was.
Outstanding. I'll
It
see if we
went
can
by
get
really-
a
it was
recording
20
of it.
minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes. It was really fast. And we invited them back after the girls take another state title.
All right. Wow. Okay. There you go. Setting
Mhm.
goals and
There
standards.
you go.
The Woodlands Top 10 has been released. We'll see if we can't get some of those seniors on the show. Congratulations to all them. This weekend, Legally Blonde finally comes out. It is going to be on the 26th, 27th, and 28th. If you haven't gotten tickets, find that QR code. Tickets are on sale and they sell out quick. Let's see what else we got. Don't forget to charge a Chromebook and in that night and listen to us in the morning there and over to the news desk with Tomlin.
And now, with the latest headlines, over to the news desk with Tomlin.
You okay over there?
I
I'm
don't.
worried.
I have no idea.
So we'll begin with the story that you missed.
I missed the story.
Today is the birthday of the city of Rome. and the
Oh, I
Roman
did
Emperor.
miss that one. All right.
April 21st, 753 BCE. Today's Natalia.
Remus and Romulus.
Very good. Today is Natalia de Roma. It's the celebration of the founding of the city of Rome, which gave us the Roman Republic, followed by the Roman Empire, which, according to a recent internet meme, all guys think about it at least once or twice a day.
Yes, Rome, definitely.
There you go.
Toga.
So from there, we have to talk about the passing of Pope Francis. Pope Francis has passed away at age 88. He was the first pope from Latin America. He was the first pope from outside of Europe in over a millennia, and he served as supreme leader of the Catholic Church for 12 years. This now begins a centuries-old process of electing the new pope, which will lead to a period of mourning where his body will be displayed in St. Peter's Basilica, which is the Pope's church. Well, not it's the most important church with all in Christendom. The Pope's actual church is a different one. So his body will be on display. Then he'll be buried according to his wishes, not in St. Peter's, but at St. Mary Major outside the walls.
Really?
It's where some of the earlier popes had been buried, and he had a desire to be buried there. He had a special feeling of connection to that particular church. So he'll be buried there. Up on the ceiling, there will be a mosaic of him placed, because there's a mosaic of every single pope in that church. And then they'll begin
The pantheon of popes.
the pantheon of popes, and then they will begin the process of electing a new pope, which uses a insanely democratic process where all of the cardinals, age 75 or younger, gather in Rome, meet twice to thrice a day, pray and vote by writing a name of someone on a piece of paper. That paper is then is read. I'm sorry, it's put in a golden jar. It's taken out. It's read aloud, strung together, and then burnt. Depending on the color of the smoke, it lets the world know we have a pope. We have a pope, or we don't. There's a whole Latin phrase that they have to say in the midst of all of that, and then a guy will come out and say, "We got a pope." They'll say it in Latin. Then he'll announce the pope's name. Then the new pope will come out.
I'm assuming that there's something added to the paper when it's thrown in the fire to make it the
there's a
color smoke. Like
chemical-
it
yeah.
isn't like that's not a miracle.
No,
Like,
no,
they throw the
there's-
names in there and the smoke turns color on its
There's
own.
2 different packets. The tradition goes back. I'm actually gonna have to reread this so I can give you all the dates. It goes back to a time period where there's about 2 years where there was no pope because conclave just kept going. And finally, they were locked into a building. The roof was removed until they would select a new pope.
Wow.
So, but when they go to do this, they have to surrender all their technology. All the cardinals take an oath; they won't talk to the media. They're not supposed to talk about the process or the politics behind it. And to be selected, you need to have 2/3 of the cardinals present vote for you.
All right, we'll be looking for the smoke.
But
Conclave was an awesome movie.
as we get closer, I'll do some more research now. It's been 12 years since I've had to remember any of this. We'll do our updates of high def cameras staring at a
Seeing if
700-year-old chimney.
yeah, when's our first smoke sighting,
I think we have about a week before. we have
and
to
then
worry
the
about that stuff.
deliberations start.
Yeah.
All right.
So right now you're in the Latin is escaping me, but it means vacant chair. So the Carolangio, the right hand man of the Pope, is now the leader of the Catholic Church temporarily, ministers the day to day, not empowered to make any changes, introduce any new ideas.
So he didn't die on Easter.
He was officially announced 7 a.m. this morning. No information really following that. We don't know if he died in his sleep. Don't know exactly when
Gotcha.
he died.
Gotcha.
But when the Pope actually dies, his room is sealed. Literally, they put a rope and stamp a seal on it. His signet ring is smashed. And there's several other things that go on. They, in 3 times, call his birth name.
Okay.
It'd be like Jim. No response. Okay, he's officially dead. Or in this case, Jorge. Similar.
Gotcha. If
So
you say that into the mirror, does he appear behind you?
only if you're in front of it with a candle.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I gotta be careful for that. Don't say things 3 times in front of a mirror.
So then
that
they-
just takes public service.
They
announcement.
announced later on that the Pope has actually has officially died, but it's whole thing has to happen right away.
All right.
So, I do have a couple other news stories. Yeah,
You do?
I
All
do.
right.
I know. I know. Just that China has vowed retaliation against countries that follow the U.S. And their economic policy. And President Trump hopes that Russia and Ukraine this week will make a deal. This comes after the Easter ceasefire collapsed within minutes of it being announced yesterday. So
Yeah.
hopefully this week we have progress on the Ukrainian-Russian conflict. That's what I got for you.
All right, and that's your news with Tomlin. That's a handful of news.
It's gonna be a lot of papal news over the next couple of weeks.
I gotcha. Over to the sports desk with Mama Manning.
Here's a shot at the buzzer. Strike 3 call. What a catch. Touchdown.
Time now for sports with Mama Manning.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Let's have a recap of spring
Woo,
sports.
we got a week to go.
All right. Boys golf. Oxford edged out Woodland 185 to 195.
Ooh, that's close.
Yeah. Holy Cross slipped by Woodland 198 to 206. We
Wow.
tapped Torrington 191 to 231.
That's a
So
blowout.
they have a 1-2 record. They face Noggy today, home 245.
It's a pretty good week for golf. That's too bad.
The
A little windy.
Masters. Did you see the ending of the Masters?
I did not.
I never
I'm not
watched
gonna
golf,
lie.
but I could not turn away from the screen. That was sensational. Rory McIlroy took it, but boy, was it close. Sudden death ending. Boys tennis is currently 8-0. They have wins over Holy Cross, Kennedy, Wolcott, Torrington, Watertown, Noggy, and Will Beach Weiss.
Wow, and there's some perennial powerhouses in that list too.
Yeah, and a lot of them are straight wins.
Wow, they're gonna have an undefeated season, perhaps, like
You
we
never
did.
know.
Like we did 3 in a row. I'm just saying.
Yeah, there you
just
go.
saying.
Girls tennis is 2-2. Holy Cross slipped by us 4-3, but we dominated Kennedy, Torrington, and Noggy.
All right.
Sorry, we fell to Noggy 5-2. We faced St. Paul away today at 3:45. Boys and girls track Wednesday will be here. Against
Oh, really?
Willoughby. Yes.
Okay.
Wednesday. Softball currently 6-0. They dominated over Naughty, Brookfield, Ansonia, Crosby, Wilby, Holy Cross. Today they face Torrington 3:45 away.
Well, it's a ride.
Yeah,
That's a ride.
on the first day back.
On the first day back, get on the bus and ride.
There you go. Baseball is 4-3. They have wins over Ansonia, Kennedy, Wilby, and Wolcott. They have losses to Naughty, Holy Cross, and St. Joe's. They have Watertown today away at 3:45. Good luck, all athletes.
Lot going on.
A lot going on.
And that's the sports with Mama Manning. And that's all for this show. That's the welcome back to the back half of the year. We got about 6 weeks left.
About that.
All right. Let's finish strong, people. I don't think we've actually missed any day that wasn't a half day or a delay. Well, we did miss that one SAT day, but we chose
We chose
that, yeah, to be prepared for SATs. But otherwise, we've been here all the time. Let's see if we
That's right.
can't finish out the year strong. We'll get some spring captains in.
Okay.
We'll get some leaders of clubs and activities.
Play people.
Yeah, get the play people in here. We got a
Yep.
good week for that. Actually, that's probably should be a primary topic, and get everybody up to date on how this end of the year is going to wrap up. Seniors, don't forget to get those senior presentations. Those are tomorrow. And on
They're
behalf of the show, don't forget, she's Mama Manning. He's Tomlin. I'm Amato. Good morning, Woodland.
Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional. We're knocking down the door.
Every morning at 7 a.m.
Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We're streaming on Spotify. We're reaching out to you. Join the Morning Mayhem crew.
Knocking down the door.